What's up, 9 to 5preneurs? I'm Lamika, and this is the Fruition Factor podcast. And this is where I talk about how to increase our fruition factor as 9 to 5 entrepreneurs. Sometimes I have guests, sometimes it's just me, but today it's just me. And there are so many things that has happened this week in my world of entrepreneurship. Some of them good, nothing really bad, but just challenges and navigating those challenges. This week we're going to talk about vision boards that I created at the beginning of the year, and where are we with our goals for our vision board? What progress are we making towards our vision boards or our goals that we set at the beginning of the year? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's get into it as usual. Not as usual, but I have my notes right here so that I can remember what I want to talk about, because that has been something that has held me back in doing these podcasts, is me not knowing what I want to talk about, and then I get stumbled. So let's get into it. All right. Our first segment is going to be talking about weekly wins and challenges. So last week I set a goal to kick back off this podcast. I started it before, but it was where I had guests, and I had booked a lot of guests, but a lot of people changed at the last minute, and I work a full-time job and other people work jobs. And so I thought, let me revamp this, take some time to figure out how I can revamp this podcast, because it is something that I want to do. Last week, I decided to just record my podcast. It's still rough. It was rough the week before. It's still rough this week, but I decided to record the podcast this week. In reflection of me just recording that podcast, I have watched it and watched it. I'm like, am I going to put this video out? But the whole point was to record it imperfectly. My win last week was to record that podcast episode and to now get it out, and to also continue recording episodes for my other YouTube channel, which is specifically for my mobile home business. And so I have consistently been able to do that. It's way easier for me to put content out up there, or to be able to record videos and put the content out up there. I'm still trying to figure out why that is, but the idea just roll off easy for me with my mobile home business and recording those videos. I know exactly who my audience is. I know what to look for. And it's working because I am getting customers from that YouTube channel. I don't have a lot of followers. I don't even have 100 subscribers over there, but I have gotten a good amount of closed business from that YouTube channel with very few videos, and only, I think I'm at 60 subscribers right now. It has proven that I just need to stay the course with that YouTube channel and continuing to put out those videos. So that was my weekly win. I recorded those videos. That was on my vision board. But another thing on my vision board was to buy 3 more cash flowing mobile homes this year. And I have not found any homes. My mentor for the mobile homes, he reached out to me the end of last week and was just like, this is what I love about John Fedro and my ability to choose him as a mentor, because there are some mentors that I have chosen. There are a few that I have chosen here recently, and I'm just like, you made a bad choice. But my choice in choosing John Fedro to be my mentor for my mobile home business has been really good. He'll randomly reach out, and I'm always consistent in talking to him, but he reached out end of last week and was just like, hey, Lamika, what do you got going on? How can I help you? Yada, yada, that kind of a thing. And so I was just like, hey, John, my goal is to be able to purchase 3 mobile homes this year, cash flowing mobile homes this year. And I'm still looking for homes. And so he asked me some questions, that kind of thing. By the end of last week, he had sent me leads. And so I'm working through those leads right now to go and look at those homes to see if there are homes that I want to, that if they're homes that I want to move forward with, if they're going to be one of my 3 for this year. So that's a big win for me. And I guess the key takeaway, my lesson learned takeaway from that experience, is that you can't do this by yourself. You definitely need a community. You definitely need some assistance in doing that. So that was my key takeaway, is just making sure you have set yourself up to have a community where you can go out and you can be able to run your ideas or share what you're trying to do with people, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to get some outside thoughts on some things. So that was helpful for me. So I'm working through those mobile homes this week. That was one of the lessons that I learned for this week. All right. So my main topic is we're talking about the vision boards, and are we working towards what we have on our vision board? So many people are like, oh yeah, I put it on my vision board, and then you follow with them, they haven't done anything. I am all about it. On my vision board, one of the things was that I wanted to buy 3 cash flowing mobile homes this year. And so I have just been gradually working towards knocking off everything, or achieving everything that's on my vision board. And as we are in the third quarter of the year, I'm like, okay, Lamika, you've got to really focus and figure out how you're going to reach your goal of purchasing 3 mobile homes this year. Like I said, I reached out to my mentor, John Fredro, but I have also been back consistent putting out my bandit signs, as well as when I'm talking to the sellers that are calling me, I am attracting sellers for homes that I may be interested in purchasing, and not just homes where I am selling those homes to retail buyers. That's a big part of it, is what are you doing to put things in place to be able to achieve what's on your vision board, because we're coming towards the end of the year, and obviously people are going to be talking about goals and what they want to do for the next year, that kind of thing. But before you move forward with setting new goals, what have you done to work towards the goals that you already have set, or the vision board that you already have set? And so for me, my vision board is actually like right in front of me in a frame so that I can see it on a daily basis. It is on my phone, it is on my iPad, it is on my computer, and I have reminders set up that go off like every 2 hours, that either give me some sort of a motivational quote, or it's one of my goals that I have listed, so that I am continuously reminded that this is what I said I wanted to do. And so in order for me to have some consistency in working towards those goals, I make sure that I have everything in place for me to be able to see them. So what are you doing to make sure that you are working towards the goals that you have set in your business? Because as we work full-time jobs, there are so many things that get in the way of us achieving what it is that we said we wanted to do. And so I just want to make sure that I have all the tools in place to be able to reach my goals. So that vision board that you created either at the end of 2024, or you created at the beginning of 2025, go dust that thing off, see what you had on there, and let's get to it. So what action are you going to take from your vision board, or the goals that you wrote down at the beginning of 2025, so that while you may not check off everything that you have on there, which I don't know if I will or I won't. If you want, if even if you don't check off everything that you have, or achieve everything that you have on your vision board, at least you put forth the effort to be able to move forward towards your goals. So that's what we're going to do this week. We are going to look at our vision board, and we are going to see what we need to do in order for us to move forward with reaching what we have set for us to achieve. All right. The next thing I want to talk about is the tool of the week. Okay. So the tool of the week that I have is the vision board being in front of me. I had it printed out. I used Canva. So the tool would be Canva. And I had it printed out using the Canva service. I went and picked it up. I bought me an inexpensive frame. I think the frame cost me less than $20. And I have used this frame over and over. I think I've been using that frame probably for the last 3 years. And I take out the old vision board, I put in a new vision board, and I stick it up on the wall, as well as I change it out on my different tools, on my different devices. So I guess it's 2 tools this week. One would be Canva to create your vision board. And then once you have that vision board created, then you have it printed out and it's in your face. So go ahead and use that for your tool. If you didn't create the vision board digitally and it's just in your head, go ahead and use Canva for that. All right. So that's what I got for this week. But to move it forward, find you an accountability partner. This week, that person for me was John Fedro. He has been a great accountability partner, not only an accountability partner, but someone who has taught me the mobile home business. I'm very, as I've always said, I am still happy with my choice and who I chose to teach me the mobile home business, not just obviously to make some money quickly, but I knew I wanted to build a business around it. And if you are looking to be in the mobile home space and you're looking to build a business, definitely check out John Fedro. I think he is a great mentor if you're looking to build a business. All right, so that's all I got for this week. So let's go and take action towards what we have on our vision boards or the goals that we have set. And until next week, maybe I'll have a guest on my next one. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm still figuring this thing out. It's rough. So hang in there with me so you can see my fruition factor increase. So did I increase my fruition factor this week? I did. I increased my fruition factor this week. Now, this does not always happen, but I'm on a roll here. I'm on a 3-week roll of increasing my fruition factor. So I'm going to take that win. All right. So you guys have the most amazing week, and I will see you next week on the Fruition Factor podcast. If you have any questions, leave me a message either in the comments. I would love to hear what your wins are by leaving me a voicemail on SpeakPipe. I will definitely put the link to it below so that you can tell me what your wins are or even share what your obstacles are so that if I have a resource that can be beneficial to you, I would love to be able to share my resources with you. So definitely leave me a message at SpeakPipe and that information will be below. But again, have the most amazing day and I'll talk to y'all later next week. Peace.